Oh, wow. Oh. What up, chat?
Angel on the track.
What up, chat? Check 1, 2. Oh, baby. Saved. Saved. Holy, man. We just had a 9/11. Big old fire, dude. I didn't. Not really. Oh, God. My fucking. Look at this. My camera's broken. Okay. Woo. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out through that. Thank you. What's up, everybody? How are you? How are you doing? What's going on? How are you? I missed you. Ben, welcome. All right, we're actually cooking with. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I spent the day taking my computer apart. I was obsessed with that song. Yeah, if you're sleeping on No Name in the year 2025, you better fucking wake up. You better wake the fuck up. Anyway, we yeah, so I spent the whole day opening up my computer and like taking and then cleaning it, vacuuming it, doing all this like crazy, you know, shit. Reapplied my thermal paste, added some new fans to my PC, just like doing the basic do so that my computer will survive for maybe another 5 to 6. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. So yeah, here we are. We got it all figured out. Everything is working again. And you guys are welcome in. Welcome in. We got a good. How old is your computer? Like 5 years. Quite low latency. Really? Is that right? It's like 5 years old. But yeah. Anyway, we got a good stream for you guys tonight. Yeah, it's old. We got a good stream for you guys tonight. We're gonna be obviously talking about Trump's first few days. We're gonna be discussing LA fire situation, current emergency situation. Fire that last I checked had already 5,000 acres. Castiac, Castayak. I don't know how to say it, but how many animals have been burned to death? Yeah, probably quite a lot. Unfortunately, very sad. But it's almost up to 10K acres now. Yeah, thank you, Tina. I mean, like this thing is moving so fucking fast, and you didn't know. There is, so we'll be keeping an eye on this for the rest of the night. I was making some calls earlier. If you have time and you can tonight, I highly suggest you call the LA Board of Supervisors, especially if you live in LA. There are 4,758. The mic is clipping. Clipping? What do you mean? It's like it's probably like too low. It's probably going underneath the whatever. It's good. It should be better now. Thank you for putting it out. Yeah, it was too low. I got it. It should be good now. Anyway, there are 4,758 people in 4 jails on the edge of the evacuation zone. This is old. The zone that they're talking about. So the jails are like right here. This red area is the evacuate now zone, and this is like the warning you might be evacuated soon. If you know anything about this fire, you know how quickly it has moved. This is now it changed. They are in the red, actually evacuate now zone. If you can, please call these fucking, you know what I mean? Call these people. The Board of Supervisors are in charge of the jails of LA County. These need to be evacuated right now. 5,000 people. Are they going to move the people or just make them burn? We don't really know. The most we have right now is 9 LA County Sheriff's buses travel east on Spring Street in Chinatown with their lights and sirens on. Unclear if they're headed to the Castiac jail complex to evacuate inmates, but they're moving in that direction. And that would be a 1-hour drive from where they were spotted to where they need to be. So that was 2 hours ago. So I mean, and also like 9 buses for almost 5,000 people. You know, for almost 5,000 people. So yeah, the Castiac jails are right here in the evac zone. So far, they're only evacuating them to another facility in this same complex, which is also in the evac zone. Here's an LA Times article. If you can speed read it before the paywall. Nah, it seems like it's good. Custaic. Custaic? Custaic? Is that right? Is that correct? Custaic jails. The Custaic jail complex and wildfire evacuation zone. Officials plan to shelter in place. When a rapidly, this is from Carrie Blankinger, a great journalist for the LA Times. When a rapidly growing wildfire spread to more than 5,000 acres of northern LA County, Sheriff Robert Luna told locals to evacuate immediately. If you're in these areas and you get an evacuation order, you need to leave, he said in a mid-afternoon television interview. You need to leave immediately. Don't argue. We need you to get out of there. Your life depends on it. But for the 4,700 inmates at the facilities in the Castaic jail complex, all of which were in evacuation zone by mid-afternoon, that would be impossible. They have no choice, said Vanessa Rosenkind, whose brother is at one of the fire-threatened facilities. Yes, they have been put there because of their choices, but that doesn't mean they deserve to die. They're still humans, and they still have family members who love them. As soon as the Hughes fires broke out mid-morning 5 miles from the jails, attorneys and inmate advocates urged local leaders to evacuate the inmates housed there. But a shortage of transport buses, roughly 3/4 of which officials previously said were not operational, complicated the already nightmarish logistics of transferring thousands of inmates all at once. Initially, sheriff's officials moved roughly 480 inmates from a barrack-style facility to a sturdier concrete structure that was slightly farther from the flames, but still at the same complex. Luna said during the televised interview that fire officials had advised keeping the rest of the inmates and their jailers where they were, sheltering in place inside the concrete structures. But by late afternoon, when the flames had spread to more than 8,000 acres, Luna told the Times that he'd started making plans for a large-scale evacuation should one become necessary. Melissa Camacho, a senior staff attorney with the ACLU of Southern California, urged officials to move people immediately. If people die in the fires because LASD did not evacuate, she told the Times, it would be the biggest carceral disaster in U.S. history. The Hughes fire broke out a little before 11 a.m. on Wednesday, roughly 5 miles north of the Pitchess Detention Center. No evacuations have been ordered yet, said the department said at 10:58 a.m. The facilities are aware and will take appropriate action as necessary. The blaze soon ballooned to more than 3,000 acres, and just before noon, the ACLU of Southern California, which represents inmates in 2 class action lawsuits against the jails, began reaching out to city officials. At 11:53 a.m., Camacho emailed County Supervisor Catherine Barger's Justice Deputy Sandra Croxton with her concerns. I hope that you and Supervisor Barger can put immediate pressure on LASD to start evacuating the 4 jails immediately, Camacho wrote. I would imagine that there are about 1,000 U.S. LASD staff up there, too. That's only a guess, but you're definitely looking at well over 5,000 people to evacuate. It's simply too many people to evacuate to wait for an evacuation order or even a warning, especially with only 20 buses available that are likely spread around the county right now. For years, the Sheriff's Department has struggled with a shortage of inmate transport buses due to an aging fleet that has become increasingly difficult to repair. By late last year, officials told the Times only 20 of its 82 buses were operational. Though the county approved funding for 20 new buses in September 2023, the first did not arrive until late last month. Officials say the remaining buses are due to arrive every few weeks until the order is expected to be complete in August. In the meantime, inmates have regularly missed court appearances due to the lack of buses for transporting them, something that has frustrated lawyers, judges, and inmates alike. They don't have enough buses to take people to court, Camacho said. They certainly don't have enough buses to move them all at once for an evacuation. By 12:20 p.m. Wednesday, the department said it was not evacuating the Castaic complex yet, but that day shift employees and jailers had been asked to stay late, both to help in the event of an evacuation of the jails and to assist with evacuations in part of Santa Clarita affected by the blaze. By 1 p.m., the fire had spread to more than 5,000 acres. The LA County Public Defenders Union issued a statement on social media calling for the facilities to be evacuated. We demand that the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors and the Sheriff's Department take swift action to protect the lives of the thousands of incarcerated individuals entrusted to their care, the statement said. We are deeply alarmed by the imminent risk this disaster poses to the health and safety of our clients. They must not be neglected or abandoned during this critical moment. 20 minutes later, the department said it had redirected several of its still operational buses to the area and begun moving roughly 400 inmates from the tent-like barracks at Pitch's Detention Center to the nearby North County Correctional Facility. By 2:30, both facilities fell within the evacuation zone, which extended to the old road to the west and the Newhall Ranch Road to the south. The department said it was evaluating the situation to determine whether to evacuate further. Just after 4 p.m., Michelle Paris, a director of the Vera Institute of Justice's California office, joined in calls for evacuation. The county must call on all the state and county resources it can to evacuate as many people as possible immediately, provide PPE to anyone left behind, and concentrate firefighting resources to save thousands of people who cannot evacuate themselves, she said in a statement. Right now, nearly 5,000 lives are in danger because of Los Angeles County's ongoing failure to keep incarcerated people safe and alive. By that point, the flames had spread to 8,000 acres. But according to Luna, fire officials said the blaze was to the north of the facility and the wind was blowing to the west. If that shifts, we're going to have a bunch of houses up here trying to get people out. A bunch of buses up here. To do that, Luna said, Ventura County is sending buses, and the Sheriff's Department may also use Metro buses with extra deputies to provide security. For now, he said, he has asked firefighters to take extra precautions to protect the jails. We asked for a couple of drops and fire retardant between us and the fire, even though it's not heading towards us, he said. I'm not willing to lose one person at that facility. So, I mean, yeah, something to keep an eye on. This is a developing situation. It's happening right now. If you can, please call the LA County Board of Supervisors, especially Catherine Berger, and encourage them to please save these people's lives. This is 5,000 souls that it would be just such an unbelievable disaster. It would be such a monumental disaster if that jail were to, burn down or if the fire were to spread in that direction at all. It's just unacceptable. Okay, chat, there's a ton of news out there right now. So many different news stories, so much to catch up on. We're going to kind of take it we're going to take a little bit of a serpentine approach to the news today. We're going to start broad. We're going to go into a bunch of different small stories, and then we're going to, we're just going to keep going, baby. We're just going to go into it. I've also got some travel stuff we can look at. I kind of want to do some decompressing, but there's a lot here. There's a lot to talk about, and I took last night off because I was overwhelmed. So, oh yeah, before we start, I took last night off, and I took last night off, and I watched Skeleton Crew, the new Star Wars show. It's so good. It's such a freaking good show. I highly recommend it. It's very fun. I love Star Wars, but I've been disappointed in their TV shows lately. But I thought this one was great. I love seeing aspects of Star Wars that are not represented, aspects of the universe. So, and the first episode of Skeleton Crew, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this, because you not only are getting space pirates, which they've maybe done a little bit before, but not that much, but you also get suburban Imperial core life, kids going to school, not, you know what I mean, people outside of the immediate struggle over the Empire, which I really appreciate. It's great. Anyway.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. President Trump's purged several career officials from key positions at the Justice Department, a move critics say will pave the way to weaponize the agency against Trump's enemies. The Washington Post reports at least 15 experienced career staffers across the Justice Department's national security and criminal divisions were removed from their positions and reassigned, among them a senior counterintelligence attorney who played a key role in deciding to search Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence to retrieve classified documents. He's reportedly been transferred to a newly created Office of Sanctuary Cities Enforcement. The purge has come as Trump asserted broad presidential authority in his first full day in office, firing the heads of the Transportation Security Administration and the Commandant of the U.S. Coast Guard, Admiral Linda Fagan, who in
Yeah, she's like the first woman to be the head of a U.S. armed branch.
Became the first woman to lead a branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. She was fired as the White House ordered employees in any federal diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility, or DEI offices to be placed on administrative leave effective immediately. A coalition of 22 Democratic-led states on Tuesday filed a lawsuit in federal court to block.
Actually insane. I mean, listen, guys, it's not going to get better. I'm not trying to be an alarmist here. I'm trying to be realistic. It's going to get worse before it gets better. We have to prepare for it to get worse.
President Trump's executive order attempting to end birthright citizenship. The District of Columbia and the City of San Francisco are also plaintiffs in the suit, which followed a similar lawsuit filed by the ACLU. This marks the beginning of what's expected to be mounting litigation against Trump's anti-immigrant agenda. California Attorney General Rob Bonta said Tuesday the order clearly violates the U.S. Constitution's 14th Amendment.
It also violates the immigration and nationality.
Bro, this guy's busy. Rob Bonta, busy as fuck right now. Rob Bonta, busiest guy in the world, I think, actually. Because not only is he out here fighting Trump and these like immigration policies, but he's also doing charges against LA real estate agents. We talked about it so much. We talked about the price gouging. We went and we found price gougers ourselves. We submitted them and we got charges now. A real estate agent in La Cañada, Flint Ridge, is facing criminal charges for allegedly raising the price of a rental property by 38%. So this is just one person. I hope we see a lot more of these. And it's also like it's small. Because as you can see here, the charges filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court against Kobayashi on Tuesday are the first for price gouging related to the historic fires that struck on January 7th. The violations are subject to criminal prosecution that can result in 1 year in county jail. Ain't ever gonna happen. And fines of up to $10,000. That's probably what they're going to get. Civil penalties includes fines of up to $2,500 per violation. So it's a fine. And what is a fine? But a law that only affects poor people. So yeah, if you're a fucking real estate mogul and you know who owns like 100 houses, $10,000 fine ain't shit, bro. Like, how much did he raise it? What was the original rent? He said he increased the price from $8,700 a month to $12,000 a month. So $3,300. So this is the $10,000 fine is literally 3 months of rent. That he just like he was like, okay, well I'll just increase it. You know, if I get it, it's only three. You know. 3 months of the increase.
Just subscribed with
Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate you. Also, don't fed post. Don't say shit like that in the chat. Be chill. Be normal, guys. Yeah, this is the guy we watched. We watched this guy in a press conference. Yes.
Act. and flouts more than 125 years, a century and a quarter, of long-standing, well-established precedent set by the U.S. Supreme Court. The president has overstepped his authority by a mile, and we will hold him accountable.
In related news, the Trump administration will allow federal immigration agents to conduct raids at schools, hospitals, and houses of worship, ending a year.
I heard this is where the Antifa meeting was taking place. Yes, welcome in. Grab a donut on your way in and a cup of coffee. We have a lot to discuss.
Long policy that banned ICE, that's Immigration and Customs Enforcement, from arresting people at these sites. This all comes as Reuters reports nearly.
I mean, listen, the Trump administration's attitude towards this has literally just been cruelty above all. This has been the point. Cruelty is the point. Cruelty above all. Yes, we're coming for you at school. Yes, we're coming for you at church. Yes, we're coming for you at your workplace. You will never be safe. I have to say something about this, chat. A lot of this is just fear. A lot of this is just terrorism. They're trying to make you scared. Okay? And I think it's critically important here, as we talk about all this stuff, to be explicit. Don't share panic. Share information, not panic. Okay? If you see ICE in your neighborhood, you should, be very clear when you share that information with other people. How many officers did you see? Where were they going? What were their actions? Don't just share. Don't just share panic. The panic is what they want. The panic is what they want. They are asking. They are trying hard to make it feel like to instill fear in immigrant communities. Okay. And we are not scared. We are prepared. We are ready to fight back. Okay. But don't be out there sharing information that is not 100% verified. And, I understand. I get it. I understand why people are panicked. There's a lot to be scared of in this moment. For sure. However, panic helps nobody. Good Linen, thank you for the gifted sub to Echo.
About politics, bruh.
Do your Spanish friends a solid and warn them that people with work permits who fly out of the country are not getting let back in currently. My coworker was just found that out today from her travel agent. You mean H-1B visa? People who have visas, work permits like that?
1,600 Afghan refugees who've been
also this situation with the Afghan refugees is disgusting. It's indefensible. These people literally helped us to fight a fucking war against their own people, which that's, we can talk about that whole situation another day, but as of now, they are in danger. These people were our translators. They literally did a lot for our country and the things that our country was trying to do, fuck that. This is ridiculous. Also, we have precedent for this, chat. We have precedent. We know what happens when we let people like this in. It's look at the Vietnam War. Before the Vietnam War, there were 7,000 Vietnamese people in our country. And after the Vietnam War, now there's over 3 million or something like that. We let a bunch of Vietnamese people into our country who helped us in the southern, in southern Vietnam. I kind of made a whole documentary about this. Vietnamese people are incredible contributions to the American project. They're part of our communities now. We can look at a 40-year, 50-year timeline and see what the results are, and they're very positive. They're beautiful. We love Vietnamese people. We love having Vietnamese food. Yeah, it's great. I love my Vietnamese friends in America. And this is the opportunities we should be offering to these Afghans. It's so fucking annoying, man. It's so despicable.
Cleared for resettlement in the U.S. have been left in immigration limbo after the Trump administration suspended refugee admissions.
Pho and banh mi is incredible. Agreed. And if you're going to a Vietnamese restaurant in America, let me get you 2 Buntit Nung, you probably would like it. Buntit Nung is a dish that is very, very good. You probably would really like it. Also, boho. I'll type them in the chat. Buntit Nung and boho. You will like both of these dishes that are Vietnamese, and you probably have never ordered them before. Check it out.
Among them are unaccompanied Afghan children hoping to reunite with their families in the U.S. and Afghans who aided the U.S. occupation and now fear they'll be
Bun Bo Hue, yeah, great.
by the Taliban
Bun Bo
government.
Hue is amazing.
In the occupied West Bank, at least 10 Palestinians were killed and dozens more injured Tuesday when Israeli forces, backed by helicopter gunships, launched a major offensive on the city of Jenin. Eyewitnesses described seeing bodies in the streets with ambulances blocked from retrieving the dead and wounded. An estimated 2,000 Palestinian families have been displaced by the fighting. This comes after the Israeli human rights organization B'Tselem documented more Israeli settler attacks on Palestinian villages across the occupied West Bank carried out with the full cooperation of Israeli soldiers.
Yeah,
Video
Bohol Bun Mi.
shared by B'Tselem appears to show settlers throwing stones and Molotov cocktails at Palestinians in Sinjil, where 6 Palestinians were injured over the weekend. In another incident,
Art is War, thank you for the 5 gifted. It's a good day to have a good day. Appreciate you.
Israeli soldiers shot and killed a 15-year-old.
Also, chat, for all the people getting gifted subs, I forgot to mention, we have a new emote. I've seen a few people using it, but we have a new emote. Stare. We have Cinemark's Stare. It is joined in. And, chat, okay, actually, tell me, check me here, chat. Check me here. I wanted some things that I wanted some things to reward our tier 2 and tier 3 homies. So there's Stare, and then there's Stare Intense. So if you're a tier 2, tier 3, you have access to Stare Intense, where it zooms in a little. Is anybody upset by? Is anybody upset? Am I being greedy? I want to reward the tier 2s. You know. I think it's good. You still get Stare. You just don't get the zoom in one. That's okay, right? I want to reward you. If you're a tier 2 supporter, we appreciate you, you know? Also, yeah, fuck the brokies. Fuck the brokies.
Palestinian boy as they escorted
I'm joking.
settlers to the West Bank town of Sabastia. B'Tselem says the settler attacks are meant to impose a price tag for the Gaza ceasefire deal. On Monday, Palestinian families erupted in celebration as Israel released the first wave of captives from Israeli jails as part of the Gaza ceasefire deal.
Yeah, shout out Cult of Eyes on that. Cult of Eyes killing it, as always, on the subs, on the emotes, you know.
First night.
Homie's been busy. So we haven't gotten new ones in a while. And I'm scared to hire anyone else because Colt is so good. Yeah, go follow Colt too. He's been streaming a lot.
90 Palestinians released, 69 are women, 21 children. Most have been detained without charge under Israel's administrative detention law. Among them is the journalist Rula Hassanein, an editor for the Ramallah-based Watan Media Network. She reunited with her infant daughter, whom she last saw 10 months ago when the baby was just 9 months old. She was tried by a military court at Israel's notorious Ofer prison and convicted of incitement after
Oh, hell yeah, young dad.
media posts sympathetic to Palestinians in Gaza.
Thanks for coming out.
After her release,
I remember you.
Hassanein told the news site Middle East Eye she and other Palestinian women were deprived of food, clothing, and medical care.
There were numerous violations against female prisoners as women. Honestly, it's difficult to even describe them on air or even in private conversations. There was significant infringement of basic rights. Headscarves were removed, strip searches were conducted repeatedly, and there were sudden night inspections. There was repression beyond imagination, a purely oppressive situation.
In Gaza, Israeli forces shot and killed a 12-year-old Palestinian child in the southern city of Rafah on Monday in what witnesses ceasefire deal. Video of the assault shows Israeli forces opening fire on another person attempting to retrieve the boy's limp body. The UN's Humanitarian Affairs Office says more than 2,400 aid trucks have entered the besieged Palestinian territory since Israel lifted its blockade Sunday when the ceasefire deal took effect. In Israel, a man with a knife stabbed and wounded 4 people on a Tel Aviv street Tuesday evening before he was shot dead by a civilian at the scene in an attack police are investigating as politically motivated violence. Haaretz reports the attacker was a 29-year-old
Mohaf. So chat or Brad Vice. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I have a couple of close friends and communities at risk, and I'm always at home close. Game plan with them and decided to get a copy of their key. If ICE comes and they're willing... ICE comes, they're going to stay quiet, text me so I can walk into the house as if it were mine and deal with them at the door. Any glaring problems spotted. I think it's, I don't know where you live, Mohaf, but I mean, this is like a decent plan. You can also like probably navigate that outside of the door. You don't necessarily have to be inside, but big city. Yeah, so if you're in a big city, also, I would encourage you to... like this? I would encourage you to find others. Like, you can reach out for bigger groups. You know what I mean? Risking the door opening would be a no-no, I think. I kind of agree with this with Mikey here. I think it's better for you to reach out to, like, immigrant organizations in Raleigh. And maybe somebody in the Discord can help you to, like, find those. You know what I mean? I don't care about I understand. I get you, Mohaf. You know, you're willing to do what you want to do. I get you. I think it's more so just like, you know, there are people who have been organizing. There are people who have been organizing around immigration everywhere in the United States for well over decades. You know what I mean? For decades. Like, this is not a new struggle for a lot of people. And I think you can benefit from, you know, like leaning into those organizations that already exist, and they do already exist everywhere. And they know how to deal with this, you know. So I would say you're doing the right thing. It's a good thing, especially reaching out personally to those people and letting them know that you got their back. That's really meaningful. But also, like, don't think you have to do it all alone. I think genuinely, like, reaching out to organizations with immigration experience is probably the best thing you can probably do. Okay, we're going to let this play a little bit, I guess.
Moroccan citizen with a U.S. residency card who arrived in Israel 3 days ago. It was the second stabbing in Tel Aviv in just 4 days. In related news, Israel's military chief of staff has resigned over what he said was his failure to prevent the October 7, 2023 attack. Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi becomes the most senior Israeli figure to resign over failures to prevent Hamas's surprise attack on that day. Halevi led Israel's military campaign that reduced much of Gaza's civilian infrastructure to rubble and massacred over 47,000 people, according to Palestinian officials, who believe another at least 10,000 bodies are trapped beneath the rubble. He's expected to resign fully in March. President Trump's choice to become the next U.S. ambassador to the United Nations refused to say Tuesday whether the Palestinian people have the right to self-determination. New York Republican Congressmember Elise Stefanik made the comments during her confirmation hearing at the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, where she confirmed to Maryland Democratic Senator.
This was such a... Elise Stefanik sucks ass, but this... I actually was, like, surprised at the questioning here, because it did really, like... It did really cut to the core of the contradictions of, like, Zionist Americans. In a way that I was, like, kind of surprised to see even, like, questioned. I don't know. This was an interesting
Senator
hearing.
Chris Van Hollen, that she believes Israel has a biblical right of dominion
biblical right.
on the occupied West Bank.
I'm rarely surprised by answers in my office, but I did ask you whether you subscribe to the views of Finance Minister Smotrich.
Who? I'm sorry,
Smotrich. This is the Israeli Finance Minister Smotrich and the former National Security Minister Ben-Gvir, who believe that Israel has a biblical right to the entire West Bank. And in that conversation, you told me that, yes, you shared that view. Is that your view today?
Yes.
Doesn't know who Smotrich is? Bro, she probably has like had dinner with him. She probably has dinner with him. And she thinks that's like, she thinks that the Bible, the book of Revelation specifically, gives the Israeli government, this is 2025, biblical rights, and all this is ancient bullshit. Yeah, I mean, if you even think about it for 2 seconds, it's like, so you're telling me like 2,000 years ago, God gave a revelation to this guy and like let us in on the right thing to do in this very hyper specific geopolitical situation that's only 100 years old. Like, that's what we're doing.
In more news on Israel, the tech giant Google provided the Israeli military with access to its latest artificial intelligence technology since nearly the beginning of its assault on Gaza. That's according to the Washington Post, which obtained internal documents showing Google directly assisted Israeli military forces despite the company's efforts to publicly distance itself from Israel's national security apparatus. Last year, Google fired dozens of employees.
Just that in the Bible this exists? No, she says that what do you mean? She said she believes that Israel has a biblical right. And of course this point doesn't hold. I mean, like, there's a very clear separation of like church and state. But she believes, and also like, you know, the fucking, what's his name? The head of the Defense Department, you know, that psychopath. He believes this too.
Employees with the group No Tech for Apartheid after they.
She said the Bible says this, yeah, and that she believes it. But I think you're being. This is like a semantics argument. She says the Bible says it, and she believes it. Yeah, Hegseth. Yeah.
They demanded Google withdraw from Project Nimbus, a $1.2 billion contract to provide cloud computing services to the Israeli military. Panama's issued a letter to the UN Security Council.
Yeah, it's not important.
Over President Trump's threats to invade and retake the Panama Canal. This is Panama's President, José Raúl Molino.
El día que viajé acá, planteé en un comunicado.
The day I traveled here, I stated my government's position in a statement, rejecting in its entirety everything Mr. Trump said. Firstly, because it was false, and secondly, because the Panama Canal belongs to Panama and will continue to.
It's also hilarious that like Israel, just last thing on that, it's just hilarious that Israel is like, yeah, we have a biblical right. Do we believe the Bible? No. Like, it's not an Old Testament right. It's not a Torah right. It's the last book of the New Testament. Like, you can't get newer. You know what I mean? It's the last book.
Belonged to Panama. The Panama Canal was not a concession or a gift from the United States. The Panama Canal came into being in 1914, following a bilateral treaty in 1903 at the dawn of our independence with Colombia.
No, you're right. The Book of Mormon is the last book. You're right.
Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth is facing fresh claims of violent and threatening behavior and problems with alcohol abuse. Hegseth's former sister-in-law, Danielle Hegseth, who is married to his brother, said in a sworn affidavit to Senate lawmakers that Hegseth made his second wife, Samantha Hegseth, fear for her safety. The affidavit alleged Samantha Hegseth once had to hide from Pete Hegseth in a closet, and that she gave her friends a code word in case she needed help and developed an escape plan.
Like, dude.
Danielle Hegseth.
It's not shocking at all. I could tell you this by looking at this guy once, but like.
Also said she witnessed Pete Hegseth repeatedly scream, "No means yes," at a bar in 2013, suggesting men don't need to obtain sexual consent from women.
Dude, when I get really drunk, I always like, yeah. This is so fucking disgusting. And then there's this story where he's like chanting "No means yes" at a bar. And there's also another story where he's chanting "Kill all Muslims" at a bar. So this guy gets drunk and like tries to start fascist pogroms regularly. This is what he does. This is what he likes to do.
The affidavit was submitted in response to requests from Democratic Senator Jack Reed, who said the background check process for Hegseth, quote, has been inadequate, and this sworn affidavit confirms that fact, he said. Both Pete and Samantha Hegseth have denied these allegations. Leaders of the far-right groups, the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, were freed from prison Tuesday after President Trump granted full, complete, and unconditional presidential pardons to over 1,500 people involved in the January 6th insurrection. Among those released was Enrique Tarrio, the former leader of the Proud Boys.
FBI. Like, whenever MAGA is like, January 6th was all done by the FBI. It's this guy. That's who you're talking about. And then you released him.
Boys who'd been serving a 22-year federal prison sentence after he was...
Like, not only was the FBI completely... It was the Trump administration FBI that he appointed. It's Trump's FBI. So not only did they do it themselves already, but the people they're releasing are actually FBI.
Convicted of seditious conspiracy, also released Tuesday, former Oath Keepers leader Stuart Rhodes, who spoke to reporters after his 18-year prison sentence was commuted by Trump.
I feel vindicated and validated. Yes, absolutely.
Also, you know what? Honestly, genuinely, I don't really, whatever. January 6th, I don't care about. It's not that big of a deal to me. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If January 6th was for Medicare for all, or if January 6th existed to, stop the rise of fascism in this country, it would be based. I have no problems with the tactics. On January 6th, I have problems with their aims and their goals. Okay, this is probably the most controversial thing I say regularly on this stream. However, you should understand that the Democrats would never do this. If there was a progressive January 6th, the Democrats would never we would be locked under the jail. You understand that, right? That we would be locked under the jail, and it doesn't matter if AOC got elected after that. She would not let us out. She would not let us out, ever.
Of course, I haven't gotten a pardon yet. I got commutation, but I'm applying for one. I'm pretty positive.
And honestly, this is one of the like MAGA movement's strengths. Like, genuinely, Trump understands the power of these militant groups on the ground. He understands the power of giving them credence. Like, this is why Elon Sig Heiled, if you can believe it. This is the reason that the Elon Sig Heiled, to signal to these more extreme, more militant factions within the U.S. right wing, that you are safe again. We are out in public. We are doing this now. You don't have to be scared. That was the point of the Sig Heil, okay? And then the liberals will never do this for leftists ever. But the right understands their power. They understand the benefit of having these people show up. Whenever raids really start happening in U.S. cities and people start trying to block ICE vans, it's going, listen, you can clip this. You will need it because it's going to happen. The raids will start happening in U.S. cities on a very large scale. Activist groups will do whatever they can to defend them. I will be out there with them. We will be surrounding detention vans and asking people to be let freed and demanding that people be let freed. And this is going to happen once or twice, and it's going to be a national news story. And then every single time it happens after that, there will be right-wing militias, there will be right-wing mobs who come and they brutalize the protesters for the police. Okay? You can look at LA's recent history with protests. You can look at the UCLA encampment. You look at Pico Robinson. All of these examples of this already happening, and it's only going to get more and more common. Fascist mobs using violence in the streets so that the police don't have to is going to only get more and more common. They understand the value that these people provide. Oh yeah, Nate King. Yep. 100%. Cops stood by at UCLA. Cops stood by at Pico Robinson. They watched the fascists beat the shit out of everybody, and they stood back and they let it happen.
Not for anything I did.
Capitol rioter Jacob Chansley, whose horned fur hat,
thank you, baby,
paint, and 6-foot spear made him one of the more recognizable insurrectionists on January 6th, known as the QAnon shaman, wrote on the social media site X, quote, "Thank you, President Trump. Now I'm going to buy some mother F bleep guns," unquote. Chansley was among a group that broke into the Senate chamber and left a threatening note to then Vice President Mike Pence reading, "It's only a matter of time. Justice is coming," unquote. Most Republican leaders have remained quiet on Trump's pardons. Asked whether he supported or opposed the pardon, Senate Majority Leader John Thune said, quote, "We're not looking backwards, we're looking forward," unquote. Capitol Police officers, many of whom were wounded by the mob Trump incited on January 6, blasted Trump's pardons and commutations. Former Sergeant Aquilino Gonell called it a, quote, "miscarriage of justice."
I think, Amora, honestly, I actually don't like this narrative. I've never seen conclusive evidence of it, and also I feel like this narrative exists to demonize anybody who would escalate at protests. I think it does more for like right wing than it does like benefit our own. You know what I mean? Like, because let's be for real, property damage is not violence. I think we should be defending property damage. Another hot take here. I think property damage is not violence. A window, it's better the window. It's always better the window than what you deserve, actually. What these people deserve, you know? Okay, but Amora, can you actually link me this? Is there a source that you're referencing here? You know? Boogaloo Boy charged in fire of Minneapolis police precinct during George Floyd protest. Was seen shooting 13 rounds at the building? What the fuck? I don't know. I just think in general, this narrative that like all property destruction, anything that is like outside of what is quote unquote acceptable protest, is like the right wing or like people who are not part of the movement. I think that's very harmful, and I think we should question those narratives when they come. I think we should question them when they arise, because I see it all the time. Listen, even at like the DNC in Chicago, right? I was live. I was like live at the DNC at the first day of the marches, and there was like a group there that was like, this protest, the path of this protest does not threaten the DNC at all. It does not threaten the DNC at all. We should go this way towards the DNC and actually like challenge the butchers of Gaza. And instantly everybody in the group was like, "Oh, these are outside agitators. Oh, they're feds." You know what I mean? And it's like, no, like we need to actually consider this. Escalation is an important. We are not working. We did not, believe it or not, chat. No matter how much we protested, we did not fucking stop the genocide. We did not rise up to the moment to protect the Palestinian people. That's true. This is facts. And so I think we do need to be evaluating our tactics constantly and understanding what it means, you know? And how do we be more effective? And I'm not saying in every situation breaking a window is going to solve anything. I don't think that's true either. You know, I don't think that's true either. However, any time that anybody uses tactics that are not inside of the liberal concept of protesting and a part of a clear COINTELPRO, you know, a COINTELPRO like attitude towards even like MLK and the civil rights movement, which paints them as, oh, they were successful because of their nonviolent protest, which is not true. There were riots all across every single city in the civil rights movement. And you can't like just separate why they were successful, you know? You can't say they were successful only because of these protests and not because of those. No, it's a whole movement and everything existed inside of it. You know, like that's, you know, we need to be We need to be prepared. That's all I'm saying. You know?
A mockery and a desecration of the men and women that risk their lives defending our democracy, he said. And in labor news, unionized Costco employees have authorized a strike set to begin February 1st.
Okay, this is just reckless. Protect your communities. Don't go out of your way to fucking destroy shit. I understand. I've never done any property destruction at protests. And I've been at a lot of protests where property destruction happened. But I'm not saying that's something you should do. I don't think that's something you should do either. I'm saying don't instantly condemn, don't instantly condemn somebody because they're not protesting the way that you think of. And I think we should, the point is that we should be also skeptical of narratives that paint people who do that as like right wing or not aligned with the movement, because a lot of times especially in the cities, this narrative of like, oh, they're destroying their own city, like, no, they're destroying their own businesses. No, these people know what the fuck they're dealing with. Like, I'm sorry, but these people, like, black people in their own communities, they understand which areas and which buildings are exploiting their community and which of them are benefiting their community. So like burning down like conglomerate franchises of like massive corporations, that's not something that they do without thinking. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. It's and it's not something that, like, I don't know. I feel like there's just in general a lot of like infantilizing of protests that people don't know what they're doing or they don't know why they're doing it. Stuff like that. Anyway, let's move on.
I'm at the inauguration. Elon Musk just gave the Sig Heil, and MAGA hasn't been told what to think about it yet. So I'm going to just ask them what they think about it. Let's get an honest reaction. Hey, look at this. Did you see this? Did you see that?
Yep.
Elon Musk, he's talking.
Yep.
He's at Trump's way.
Okay.
No, I have not followed the DNC chair race. I think the DNC can die.
Oh, wow.
What was he saying?
I mean, what can you be saying? What is there to be said at that point?
Oh, I don't know. The rocket's shooting off into space, and he's like, and then going, shoo. My heart goes out to you. Oh, okay. My heart goes out to you.
All right, that's cool.
Interesting.
That's
My heart's going out.
Yeah, flying out.
What do we think of this?
My heart goes out to you.
Look, right, and then he goes like this. He goes,
I have no idea. That looks like AI to me.
what if it was real?
What if it was real? I don't know.
What if it was
It's
real?
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. It looks fake, though.
It looks fake?
Looks fake, though.
So I'm trying to get people's reaction. What do you
If you want violins.
You want me to read it?
No. What do you think about it?
Oh,
Look
just
at it.
Elon in general?
Elon, no, look what you look at.
His hand signal?
The hand signal.
Yeah. He's a Texas Longhorn fan.
That's not what he was doing, you dumbass. Bro, these people are all... This is actually... This video is great. This video is very good. I've only watched a minute of it, and I love it. Because it really does show you exactly, like... Yeah, they all know. They know exactly what it was. And they're like, we don't care. We don't care.
I mean, come on.
Come on.
What do you think about that?
He's in Texas.
Oh,
He's
that's
a
it.
Longhorn fan.
He's a Longhorn fan.
Yeah, see.
You guys here for the inauguration?
Yes, sir.
Look at this. What do we think about this?
No interview.
No, it's a heart. It's a heart.
It's a heart?
I know you're fake news. I know you.
You're fake news, yes.
I know you're fake news. It's a heart.
Listen, if
He hit that shot? Yeah, twice.
Kyle, it's just they're trying to let you know that their heart goes out to you. If someone's in your neighborhood, they're marching, and they do the Sig Heil, it means their heart is going out.
I think what he should do... Oh, it's nothing? Then do it. You're on video. If it's nothing, then do it right now. Because you're not a CEO. You're not a billionaire. You're not a billionaire, so you have something to lose. Do it. If this is what you believe, if you think this is okay, then do it right now. Do it at work right now.
Out to you. What do we think about this? Look at this. Look at that.
I love him. I love him so much. And he's going
Well, you
to
don't think that's weird, though, that thing? You don't think that's weird to go like that?
No, I don't think it's. What are you talking about?
Look.
You know the hand off. But look. Hands and look the light. What?
Look at the light.
That doesn't mean the light. Power. Better.
He has the power
What?
of the United
Well,
States.
it is about power. We can agree on that. Yes. It is definitely.
Did you see the light? It's power.
It is about power. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. Yeah. What do you think about Elon's performance here?
Let me guess. He puts his arm up. Is that what you're going to show?
What? Come on. What do we think about this?
I'm not in any political position to say. That's
You're wearing a Trump hat. What do you mean you're not in any political? What does that mean?
way out of my price range. Yes, he's a billionaire. Do I think that's okay?
Literally what you just said. What is this? Recruiter reenacts Elon salute like 20 times to prove it isn't a Nazi salute. How does this work out for her? How does this work out for her? I haven't seen this.
Hey, LinkedIn. Happy Tuesday. I was working on batching content and a bunch of client work, but I stopped because I came across this thread on LinkedIn that was questioning Elon Musk.
Also, you're scrolling LinkedIn as if it's an actual social media site. You're on LinkedIn. You're just like going through LinkedIn, having political discussions on LinkedIn. What?
Game Talk. Elon Musk's gesture from his post-inauguration excitement yesterday, and I literally want to share this gesture. This is for Melissa. Just want to share it for you. It goes like this. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the gesture.
This. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. We know. Yep. That is the one.
But people were like, it must be this and then this.
Wait, you think there's a distinction between those two things?
I've watched this video like 12 times. I also happen to have followed Elon Musk for over 10 years. Used to work for one of his startups. This is a
I used to work for one of his startups. That's hilarious.
ridiculous conversation. And so I just want to keep doing it. I just want to keep doing it. Hey guys. We're excited. Hey, wait, let's do this. Let's do all
You can do everything in this video except for that thing.
of Elon Musk's gestures. Let's line them up and let's nitpick them until we have nothing left to talk about except was he a Nazi? Was he a Nazi? Was he a Nazi? No, dude. So I just want to challenge everyone on LinkedIn who's getting caught up in these and X and wherever you're doing your stuff. Stop nitpicking. We missed the entire context of what Elon Musk has A, done with his life, B, done to get America where it needs to fucking go again and be part of that.
Yeah. Where does America need to go?
And willing to risk his company, his reputation, his money, all of everything he's worked for to chart a course that he believes in. And all we're doing is, oh my God.
Bro.
Oh my God.
You keep doing it.
What could this gesture mean? What could this gesture mean?
No, we know exactly what it means, you dummy. We know exactly what it means, bro. You don't have to. Well, everybody knows what it means.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So this is for all of you guys who literally are spending time talking about a gesture.
Bro, she's gonna pull something. She keeps doing it like this. She's gonna fucking pull something. The context of Sig Heil is nanced. True. Nonced. Is that what you meant? Like British nonced? Because Nazis are pedophiles too?
Sorry, that's all I had for LinkedIn today. So I'm going to go back to work.
It's nuanced.
That's why we're here.
You're joking, right?
Love you guys.
No. Do I think he'll make an
That's wild. That's wild.
apology about it? Yes, says that context will definitely get taken out of the wrong way.
So as a human being, we can agree that that is weird.
Correct. I can agree with that.
Okay. Thank you so much for just saying that is weird. You're the first person I spoke to that's saying that's weird.
Well, like I said, I'm a conservative, but I can honestly say what's right and what's wrong. That I don't necessarily agree with, as that could be very offensive to it.
Wait, Cold Star got a job at Raising Cane's? Let's fucking go. Our resident Jimmy John's informant is now giving us Raising Cane's info. Let's fucking go, dude.
People.
Yeah, it's
Congratulations.
I think he meant it as a joke.
Thank you. Thank you. 10 other people are like, wow.
I'm from New York, and that wouldn't even be allowed there. My state is very blue.
It shouldn't be allowed anywhere.
Shouldn't be allowed anywhere. I'm
from New York too. I'm Brooklyn.
I'm Brooklyn.
Oh, you're like.
I'm Coney Island.
Yeah.
That's the heart of Brooklyn.
You're in the Brooklyn part of Brooklyn.
I'm Brooklyn part of Brooklyn. That's not.
Are you born and raised? I'm born and raised.
Born and raised. I'm here from Friday to tomorrow, but that would not be okay.
Yeah. What do you think of Elon?
Okay. I mean, I like seeing at least one person having the balls to just like say the truth. You know? I think it's like genuinely, we'll talk about this later on too. You don't have to debate this. You actually don't. Anybody who is doing any kind of legwork to defend Sig Heil, like, you don't have to talk to that. They're Nazis. When people tell you who they are, believe them. Okay? You don't have to talk to those people. You don't have to debate that. We all have eyes. We saw it. We have eyes. We know what it looks like. You know? You don't need it.
Spectacular.
You thought, this. Have you seen this thing? Well, I'm just getting people's reaction to whether or not this is weird.
No, he's touching his heart. He's all right.
Did we see this video yet?
He's doing a little Sig Heil. Is that what it was?
The Sig Heil.
I mean, I think honestly he's like a little bit, maybe he's got Asperger's. So I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Dude, imagine being Elon, where at the same time you're the smartest person to ever live, ever. Anonymous, thank you for the tier 1. At the exact same time, you can be the smartest person to ever live. You can be the hero for the world. You know, you're gonna solve all of humanity's problems with your big brain, but also at the same time, you're too autistic to know not to do a Sig Heil. Like, what is this? What the fuck is this?
And I'm part Jewish. I would be very critical if he was doing the Sig Heil. I don't.
Coupling that with
he is doing that, and here you are not being critical. He is. I just showed you a video of him doing a Sig Heil, and here you are not being critical. Like, the idea of yourself in your brain is being I'm showing you right here, right now, that the idea of yourself in your brain of somebody who would fight back against Nazis is not the truth. That you are here watching a person do a Sig Heil and you're defending it.
With his support of the AFD.
Yeah.
And then, all right, we're in weird territory.
I don't know too much about the AFD since I saw it back in 2015 or whatever. I used to live in Germany.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah.
The AFD is like, Marine Le Pen?
Yeah.
Marine Le Pen thinks they're too extreme for her. And I think she's very extreme, very xenophobic. And even she's just like, yeah.
You're saying AFD is too extreme?
AFD is too extreme for Marine Le Pen. AFD look them up. They're not. They're weird.
Alternative für Deutschland. Right?
Yeah, Alternative für Deutschland. Yeah, and it's going in a direction that Germany should not be going. I don't want to say anti-Semitism is on the rise because that makes the assumption that anti-Semitism went down at some point.
That's actually true.
Elon Musk.
That's actually true. I mean, I do think it is on the rise. I do think I don't know. It's a good point. However, I do think it is on the rise. I think it is becoming more common.
Trillionaire. That should be illegal. He's close to being a trillionaire. That's like a cartoon.
If you can bring us to the moon, bring us to Mars, I think it's...
No one can live on Mars. I think if anyone's going to go live on Mars, he's going to go live on Mars.
Yeah.
Elon's going to go live on Mars. He's going to be like, bye.
I'd be right there with...
Oh yeah, Bri. Sorry, I didn't respond. I saw your message earlier. Anonymous gifter, thank you for gifting to Luna. All seriousness, I am legit scared to protest because I know this has emboldened Nazis and I think they're going to start attacking protests. Am I crazy for thinking that?
112.
You're not crazy. However, you have to understand that, like, you are safest at a protest. If you think the Nazis are going to start attacking protests, imagine what happens if you don't protest. You know, if you're not there to protest, imagine what they're going to do. You know, to me, it's not really a conversation of is it safe to protest. It's like, what do we risk if we don't protest? And the truth is, if we don't protest, everybody is at risk. Right now, you know.
With him. I'd go to Mars with him.
But he's not taking you to Mars. He's taking himself to Mars. He's not going to take you. That's the thing. He's taking none of us to Mars. Do you have $1 billion? I
do not.
You're not going to Mars.
That's all right. I mean, I'll be here. Maybe my children will go to Mars.
What do you think of Elon Musk doing the Sig Heil? You see that?
I'm not really sure, yeah.
You know what a Sig Heil looks like?
It looks like he's just holding his heart.
He's just holding his heart. The Third Reich was just trying to give out hugs. The Axis powers were just trying to give out
exactly.
hugs.
You're safer at protests.
Powers.
You're safer at protests. There's safety in numbers. You know what I mean?
No.
And also, you'll be safer because you'll be building community with other people who are willing to defend you and willing to, like, you know, you can collectivize your struggle. The most unsafe place you could be is alone with no comrades, with nobody to help you.
We can't give out hugs and no free love. What does this look like to you? Honest reaction.
It seems like a... Let me see. Park with you.
The smartest reaction. He was just like, nope. What do we think of this?
Oh, Elon Musk. He's a great guy. He's going to take us to Mars. He's
taking himself to Mars.
He wants to take humans.
What is that?
He's a good
honest
guy.
Reaction.
He wants to put a flag on the right side and a flag on the left side and up on Mars. That's what he said today. See? He wants to shoot a rocket to Mars.
If you couple that action with his support of AfD in Germany,
yeah,
it's a little weird.
Weird.
Yeah. An honest reaction of, hey, you saw anyone do that.
He's excited.
He's excited.
Yeah, he said he's excited. It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Can you say it's weird? Can you just agree that that's just weird?
I'm weird. You're weird.
If Trump invited you to the presidential inauguration, you had to give a speech.
Be excited.
You think, I don't know what I'm going to say, but I don't think I'm going to go like that.
But if...
Guys, it's okay. It's okay to Sig Heil as long as you really mean it. As long as you're really excited about it. As long as you really are stoked about the Nazism, it's okay. You don't get it. If you're cool with it, yeah. As long as you're happy. Hey, man, as long as you're enjoying yourself, who am I to say? You know? As long as you're happy.
If he sent you a check in the mail for $500,000, would you think it's weird? If Elon Musk sent you a check in the mail for $50,000.
For $50,000.
Would you still think it's weird?
If
Yeah.
Elon paid me to not think it's weird.
Yes, sir.
He's on track to be the world's first trillionaire.
Correct.
So he could pay most of America to not think it's weird. He could like buy Twitter and be like, that's not weird.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
He's doing that right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. He is buying the global Times Square. So we
Yes.
don't think all of this is weird.
No.
So anyway, I'm going to go warm up. This is insane. Strap in for 4 years of insanity.
Yeah. Unfortunately, chat, it's not just random people on the streets of DC that are having this opinion and having these discussions.
Oh, wow.
We've got goblins on our own platform. We've got goblins on our own platform that are doing this. Okay? And listen, chat. Hassan didn't really want to cover this, I felt like, whenever this happened. I'm not the same. I think these people need to be called the fuck out. If the largest people on this platform are going to bring Nazism into the realm of acceptability, then I'm going to be here to fucking fight back against it. I cherish this space. I cherish that Twitch is one of the last safe spaces for leftists, for trans people, you know, for people of color on the internet. No, he covered it. I know. I was there, bro. He probably pulls me up in this video. I was there. He covered it, but he was like, I don't know. He just treats them with fucking kitty gloves, in my opinion. And I said this to his face in this video, by the way. In this video, I said it to his face that you need to stop treating these people with kitty gloves and stop infantilizing them. He's like, they're not really Nazis. Like, no. When they tell you who they are, be like, listen to them. And this is harmful to the entire platform. And you don't need to look far. Chat, you want to know what a platform looks like when these kind of ideas are let to run wild on it? Go to Kick. It exists already. It's called kick.com, and XQC is a fucking part owner. Okay, and I won't just sit back and let this website be turned into Kick. I won't. Fuck that. These people need to be called out, and this shit needs to be called exactly what it is. I don't give a fuck what the reasons why they're doing this shit are.
Billionaire oligarchs speaking at the inauguration.
My heart goes out to you.
Did he just sig high? Billionaire oligarchs speaking at the inauguration.
My heart goes out to you.
Did he just sig high?
Chat, guys, I don't really see it. Like, why would someone even do this? I don't really get it though.
Because they're Nazis.
People are defending. I don't need to defend it. I just. Is that
Here I
what it
am
is?
ready to tell you, Felix, that I will smash you on Magneto. You are not him, El Gablino. I will run IT on you, sucker.
Because I just feel like he's been kind of spazzing out with his arms all the time. He does a bunch of weird gestures, or whatever. It doesn't seem calculated.
Now defend it, lol.
Guys, it doesn't feel calculated. He does it twice.
Even his chat is like defending it. Laughing emoji. Why don't people believe what they see? I don't get it. Or are they pretending and are actually Nazi? I think you're gonna find out, chat, that the difference between like normal apolitical people, liberals, people, whatever you would consider someone like Asman and someone like XQC to be, and a Nazi, is very small. The difference between those two things is very small. And they will dip in. They will dip in and wear this hat if that's what their audience wants. Scratch a liberal and the fascist bleeds. Yes, like they will definitely support this shit. You forget that this guy shook hands with Donald Trump as he was being interviewed by one of the most prominent right-wing Nazi people on the planet, Aiden Ross. Do I need to pull up Aiden Ross's Jewish emotes in his own chat? Do I need to? Aiden Ross is a fucking Nazi too.
Thank you. My making it happen.
Is that okay? Hold on, guys, hold on. I studied World War way back when I was in high school, whatever. Hold on.
Has anyone seen him
I would
jump
have
around
to
on stage? He is artistic as fuck.
look.
He said,
look
"My
at
heart is
the-
with you."
at
He's
the
trying
gesture.
to match with the gesture.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Trying to do a Roman salute. I know what that is. What is a Roman salute? Anybody tell me?
No, there is no more context. Like, I don't know. Maybe he is really just this stupid, but there is no other context, man. You saw it with your own eyes, and your immediate instinct was to defend it. I don't know what to tell you, bro. And the truth is, they don't care because they're never going to be threatened by the Trump administration. First off, he's Canadian. Second off, he's a rich white man. An incredibly rich white man. Same with Asman. When the fuck is the Trump administration ever going to like have any impact on their lives?
Whoa. Yo.
Anonymous, thank you for the gifted.
It looks a bit more like that. Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
80 clams knor.
But is that bad? Is a Roman salute bad?
Is that bad? Chat. Just because the Nazis are doing something doesn't mean that is bad. Just because the Nazis did the hand signal, chat. Just because the Nazis did hand signal, dude, does not mean that everybody who does the hand signal is also a Nazi.
Bad? Let me Google this up. Hold on, guys. We need to do a debunker live. Guys, edition number 6 of Debunker live on stream. Debunker chat.
Chat, we're going to debunk every Nazi. We will debunk them. This is how we solve Nazism, the rise of fascism in America. We will debunk chat. We are debunking chat.
Yes. Oh, it's only Elon Musk. I want to see.
He literally went to search Roman salute, and every single result was Elon doing it.
That's the bad one. Yo!
The so-called Roman salute is performed by stretching forward the right hand, with palm down and fingers touching. Despite how often it is portrayed in modern historical media, this exact gesture is not featured in any of the ancient Roman sources or iconography.
Elon
It owes its popularity to the
and is
works
in
of a
front
French
of a bunch.
neoclassical painter, Jacques-Louis David. His Oath of the Horatii is the earliest and most famous depiction of the salute. David's paintings were an inspiration to both Italian fascists and Hollywood. The first made the gesture popular among various nationalist movements. The second solidified its...
He's like, what, dude? Wait, what? What? Hitler did this, dude? Wait. And is Hitler bad? Wait. No, chat. Tell me why Hitler bad.
association with ancient Rome. David's original inspiration may have been Trajan's column, which depicts Roman soldiers acclaiming the emperor with raised hands. Another close thing in the actual Roman tradition is the ad locutio pose, used by orators to address the audience. It looks similar, but the hand position is different, and the whole motion is supposed to be more natural and less rigid.
Okay.
The so-called Roman salute is performed by stretching forward.
What did you learn from that, X?
Palm down and fingers tucked.
Okay, let's look at the evidence here. Okay. Hold on.
Making it happen. Thank you.
Because they said my heart goes to whatever, right? Wait, but they cut it off though.
What?
Okay, hold on. Why did they cut off the part where he says my heart does something? Hold on, go back. Give me the other link. Give me the other link. Hold on, guys. Guys.
Also, why is the R slur still allowed on this platform? Like, you're not allowed to type any other slur, but for some reason Twitch won't ban the R slur. I don't get it.
To be honest with you, chat, it shows you're being disingenuous if you're purposely cutting off the 2 words before.
Because gamers, I'm sorry, I had a mother. When I was a child, I had a mother, and when I heard that at school and came home and said it around her, I got smacked in the fucking mouth. Okay? And I appreciate my mom so much for that. That is the correct. If you ever hear, yeah. If you ever hear that shit, that's the only way you should react.
Or the clip that kind of give it a little bit more context. I think it's kind of odd.
She would use the back of her hand too, and she had like her rings and everything, so she'd be like pop right in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, that's not what that is, though.
You only say what benefits you. You don't care. You'd kill for $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how you could see that. But
it's also like, have you ever spent time with a cognitively disabled person? They're like the best people ever. Have you ever spent time with them? You would not want to say anything that like would like demean them, because you know they're better than us. Like, they are better than us. I hate to tell you this, but like,
I gotta be honest with you. I think if you see bad things everywhere, you're more likely to be bad and to cause bad than the people that you're chasing down. Something I've noticed a lot.
No, you're right. This is such a great take. This is such a great take, dude. If you call out Nazism, you are basically a Nazi. Yeah, true, dude. That's so fucking true. Dude, he got it.
Okay, is that I'm just saying. If you're always looking at, there's no way it's not that, and you're always saying that's got to be something. It's got to be racist. That's got to be all the time, right? You're gonna cause more harm than you would have healed if you defended like. Yeah, you have to approach it in a more, in my opinion, like analytical way and kind of give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
But if you're not willing,
give it a chance, chat. Everybody does a salute like this every once in their life. Give it a chance. It's kind of fun.
If you do that, then you're bad off the rip. You're just bad. Can you just link the clip also so I can see it?
Billionaire oligarchs.
Happy 53 months. Anyway, Trump's been in office 6 hours.
Billionaire oligarchs.
They also clip it where it's not in context either.
Anyway, let's look in the position that TikTok shouldn't get banned. That's the reason why I think people wanted TikTok to get banned. That's what carried it over.
Yo, no, shut up.
With the finish line.
This one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you.
Anyway, let's look at one of these tech billionaire oligarchs speaking at the inauguration.
My heart goes out to you.
Did he just Sig Heil?
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you.
It is, yeah. So thanks to you that our civilization is assured. Like, this is Nazi rhetoric. This is Nazi. He did a Sig Heil and then he immediately said Nazi words into the mic. I don't know. What do we need? We can't say that the rhetoric that they use is Nazi. We can't say the policy that they're like, they're encouraging is Nazi. We can't say the Sig Heil is Nazi. Like, we don't need permission. This is the thing I want to get through to everybody here. You don't need permission. He knows what he's doing. We know what he's doing. The Nazis know what he's doing. Everybody's clear on this. People who will rush to defend it are telling on themselves, and all we need to do is learn about them from this. This is all, like, this is as simple as it is. They're telling you who they are. They're telling you who they are.
Chat. Okay. It was under my understanding that when people do that motion,
yeah, of course, Bourgeois.
It's like hand down, pointing at a pretty low angle.
No,
it's not. Am I wrong?
No.
Caucasian can't. So say it. Say what? Say the word you want to say. I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't. Sure you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Okay. That's gonna brain it. That's.
It's not brain dead. Do it. Yeah, do it right now, X. It's fine, right? It doesn't mean anything, right? So do it.
Like saying, hey man, this could be something, but we're choosing it to make it the bad one. Now do the one. Now do it also. If you don't think it's bad, so that we'll do the same thing to you. I don't get it. Is it every angle though? Chat, guys, I thought that the angle of it is this and that. Like in this vicinity. Guys,
what is with these mental gymnastics? Like, again, chat, they're doing, what more could they do, man? They're doing the Sig Heil. They're talking about, they're openly saying, we want to forcibly displace 20 million people. Like, in guys, Trump has been a politician running on fascism for over, like, 12 years now. You know? Like, Trump has been a fascist for a very long time, and none of that bothered him. None of that bothered him. So why are we even, like, what does it matter?
I have to look at shocking images to really...
Like, I'm sorry, but if you think that this is conclusive, that if you weren't convinced already, then yes, why would this new info change your mind? It makes, of course, why would that change your mind?
Yeah, give it an investigation, chat. Guys, in order to be unbiased, I need to look at footage, chat, as I kind of have to, no?
I need to look at footage, chat. I need to see other Nazis doing it, chat. I need to know the correct posture, chat.
Yeah, it's just not this. I don't see it.
Full-time kick incoming in this chat. You're brain dead. Open your eyes at XQC. I'm actually surprised at how much his chat is cooking him.
Making it happen. Thank you.
No, I don't think there's anybody in here, Timmy.
I don't see it.
Making it happen.
Okay, he says, thank you for making it happen. My heart goes out to you. And then he does this. I don't see it.
Yeah, just close your eyes, bury your head. I mean, close your eyes and bury your head, and it will go away, I'm sure, someday. Wait, did he delete this VOD? Did he delete this clip? Wow, that's nice. Wait, they didn't mirror it? Wait, where's the mirror? Chat! Chat. Somebody get me a link. Chat. Where is the mirror? Chat. Why did it not they mirror it? Chat.
I don't know about that. Holocaust is a lie. I am, guys. I'm not one of these Holocaust deniers. I think the Holocaust probably happened.
Probably.
I think probably 99% certainty it happened.
Probably 99% certainty.
And the number of people that were killed is not a big...
Nice, dude. Cool. So this is our website now, chat. This is our website now. Do we have it in full context here or no?
Selfie in the exact same way.
Swimming?
Issues that people that are extremely afraid to talk about. I am like a bull in a china shop. I will go in and I'll talk about them. I'll say the wrong thing.
I feel like people are mad about that Elon like doing the they really think that they think he just masked off to They do. They actually think he masked off to, like a Nazi salute.
Because you know the outdoor thing is really good, but it gets a little cold around this time of the year. Some people
I just like, I mean, how do you really think that shit's happening, right? I mean, like, come on. What is...
Bro, what do you mean? How do you think? Look at your chat. Look at the amount of Nazis in your own chat. Like, you're not reading your chat? You know that. That's why you're defending it. What do you mean?
This. Yeah, he did.
I think I've ever heard in a room. This is not so bad either.
I mean, he clearly did.
Asman is kind of a Nazi, TBH. What do you mean kind of a Nazi? He just got banned like a week ago. He just got banned like a week ago for fucking openly talking about how some cultures are inferior and deserve to be genocided.
Good.
That was like a month ago.
That's it. It's a wave. He's clearly trying to wave. Like,
yeah, I posted about that too.
I'm sorry, guys. It's just so dishonest. Yeah.
Wait, what are you saying?
Like, I mean, it's just it. I'm sorry, guys. It's just so dishonest. Yeah. Asman, come on. Do you really think he's trying to do that?
Yes.
I guess what they're referring to.
Yes, I really think he's doing that. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm watching him do it with my own eyes. I don't know to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You can see it with your own eyes and not, you know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah, and so naivety. Asmongold says Elon Musk's salute was unintentional and also states there's a 1% chance the Holocaust did not happen. I don't think these two statements are unrelated. I think probably 99% certainty these clips are related.
I'm not an emotional thinker, okay? Like, so I can't appeal to people emotionally. But what I can say is that every part of my logical brain is telling me that this was not an intentional Nazi salute. This was not any nod at any sort of like Hitler Nazi stuff at all. And it was just Elon being stupid. I'm not an emotional thinker.
Wait, stupid? Why? What's stupid? If it's not a Nazi salute, then what's stupid about it? If it's not Nazi, then what's stupid about it?
I'm not one of these Holocaust deniers. I think the Holocaust probably happened. I think probably.
And so, yeah, after this happened, I took a screenshot. This message was sent at 7:13 a.m. I took the screenshot at like noon, at like 11:30 noon. And this was the pinned message in his chat. Come and salute your heart out the right way in our Discord. Yeah. I mean, they're open about it, dude. Posted and pinned by a mod, yes. By the same mod. Can you play a bit more? We already watched that clip, though.
I'm not one of these Holocaust deniers. I think the Holocaust probably happened. I think probably 99% certainty it happened.
Yeah, it's just a... it is what it is. Also, chat, I have this tweet's kind of going gangbusters, bro. I'm not going to scroll down because I haven't combed through the replies at all yet, but 10K likes on this. Hey, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. The state of the far left from Visegrad 24. Also Nazi. Also Nazis. And it's Hassan quote tweeting Elon saying, apparently I'm Zionist and a Nazi. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Yes. And they're like, this is the state of the far left. Which I don't even know what that means. But this is really not that hard to understand. Nazis and Zionists are both ethno-nationalists. They both want the world to be segregated by ethnicity through national borders. Elon is objectively both and comes from a long line of ethno-nationalist apartheid supporters. And this is all you have to understand. This is all you have to know. This is all you have to understand, bro. For ethno-nationalists, for these people, for Trump, for Elon, for Netanyahu, for Zionists, for Nazis, for any of these ethno-nationalist fucks, they genuinely want everybody to be segregated, all people to be separated. They love the idea of Mexicans staying in Mexico and having, they don't, you know what I mean? They want Mexico to be Mexico. They want that to be for all the Mexicans to live in Mexico, and for all the Jews to live in Israel, and for all the Aryans to live in Germany. This is their ideology. There is nothing inconsistent about being a Zionist and a Nazi, especially in today's day and age. It's consistent. Nazis would love to push all the Jews into one area of the world that's separate from them. Chad, this is why Israel is in Palestine and not in fucking Germany. Is because they didn't want the Jews in Western Europe, even after the Holocaust. They said, yeah, you guys should probably still find somewhere else to be, you know? Yeah. Okay, and so, you know what, chat? I thought with all of this happening in the world today, I thought we should go back in time. Let's check the National Archives. And don't be a fucking sucker, chat. Fight against fascism.
This looks like a fake, doesn't it? Well, it is a fake. But here's a fella who's willing to bet his hard-earned money on it. Henry here got on the train with $200. He couldn't see any harm in a friendly game of cards. What if the other men were strangers? And take Joe Collins. He's got a nice wife at home. But he met this girl at the bar, and she looked kinda cute after the first couple of drinks.
What the heck? Do the honey pot, see?
Word for people like this. We call them suckers.
Suckers.
And there are other people. People who stay up nights, figuring out how to take away what they've got. There are all kinds of games and all kinds of suckers. Take Mike here, for instance. He's got everything, you might say. He's young, he's healthy, he's got a job. And he's got a country called America. It's a wonderful thing to have. America. Lots of room. Room enough to raise plenty of food. Big factories to make things a man can use. Big cities to do the business of a big country. And people. Lots of people. Enough to work the farm and build the factories, dig the mines, and run the business. All kinds of people. People from different countries with different religions, different colored skins. Free people. They can live together and work together and build America together because they're free. Free to vote, to say what they please, go to their own churches, to pick their own job.
I yearn for the black lung.
Yeah, Mike's got something, all right. He's got America. But there are guys who stay up nights figuring out how to take that away from him.
I want to give you the truth, folks. The truth about America. I know you've got a lot of questions. You want to know why you're not getting the breaks you deserve. Well, I'm not a politician, but I've made it my business to study these things, and I happen to know the facts. Now, friends, I'm just an average American. But I'm an American. And some of the things I see in this country of ours make my blood boil. I see people with foreign accents making all the money. I see Negroes holding jobs that belong to me and you. Now I ask you, if we allow this thing to go on, what's going to become of us real Americans?
I've heard this kind of talk before, but I never expected to hear it in America.
This fellow seems to know what he's talking about.
Yes, he knows all right.
What's the answer? What are we real Americans going to do about it? You'll find it right here in this little pamphlet. The truth about Negroes and foreigners. The truth about the Catholic Church. Now, friends, these books are free. Paid for by real Americans who want others to know the truth.
Excuse me, young man, but are you actually going to read that stuff?
Sure, why not? You heard what he said, didn't you?
Yes, I heard. But do you believe in that kind of talk?
I don't know, makes pretty good sense to me.
I'm speaking to you as an American. And
The sucker is Asmongold in this. The sucker is XQC in this. This is Trump.
I tell you, friends, we'll never be able to call this country our own until it's a country without. Without what? Yeah, without what? Without Negroes. Without alien foreigners. Without Catholics. Without Freemasons. You know these people.
What's wrong with the Masons? I'm a Mason.
Wait. Foreigners? What's wrong with like, this is XQC. Wait, dude, wait. I cannot get a visa into America, dude. I will not be able to go to the, no, dude. I want to be able to leave America and come back into America. Now I cannot gamble, dude. Oh, no, dude. If I would have known, chat. Now I cannot leave and come and go from America as I want. When I want to go to Canada, fuck, dude, god damn. Bangs his feet against his table. Dude!
Hey, that fella's talking about me.
And that makes a difference, doesn't it?
These are your enemies. These are the people who are trying to take over our country. Now you know them. You know what they stand for. And it's up to you and me to fight them. Fight them and destroy them before they destroy us. Thank you.
Link, please. Here you go.
Before he said Masons, you were ready to agree with him.
Well, yes, but he was talking about, what about those other people?
In this country, we have no other people. We are American people, all of us.
What about you? You aren't American, are you?
I was born in Hungary, but now I am an American citizen. And I have seen what this kind of talk can do. I saw it in Berlin.
What were you doing there?
I was a professor at the university. I heard the same words we have heard today. But I was a fool then. I thought Nazis were crazy people, stupid fanatics. But unfortunately, it was not so. You see, they knew that they were not strong enough to conquer a unified country. So they split Germany into small groups. They used prejudice as a practical weapon to cripple the nation. Of course, that was not easy to do. They had to work hard to do it. You see, we human beings are not born with prejudices. Always they are made for us, made by someone who wants something. Remember that when you hear this kind of talk. Somebody is going to get something out of it, and it isn't going to be you. This is not classroom theory. I saw it happen. I saw it first in Berlin in 1932. 5 young men that I knew were standing in the crowd listening to the Nazi speaker. Eric was a Catholic. Anton, a student of mine, was a Jew. Heinrich owned a small hardware store. Karl was a farmer. And Hans was an unemployed metal worker.
To all true Aryan Germans, I say it is time you inherited the nation which rightfully belongs to you. To you alone belongs the glorious destiny of the greater Germany. The Nazi Party will provide land for the farmer, work for the worker, and profits for the small businessman. Who is getting these things now? The Jew. The Jew who has stolen our nation and our birthright. Who makes all the money
And so, like, chat, if you know this, okay, if you can see this, you know, from 1942 to 1947, this item was created in 1945. All right. So if you can look at this and you can watch and you can recognize the similarities in the rhetoric, it's all the same. Okay. Then, like, why can't XQC? Why can't Asmongold?
takes all our jobs. The Jew, he must be shunned. He must be ostracized. He must be eliminated. And the Catholics, we don't want our great nation run by a foreign...
Simply, they don't want it. Exactly. Exactly.
Church?
Like... And honestly, I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm way too small to make any kind of splash or do anything that would actually, like, you know, be able to hold these people accountable. They're not accountable to me. They're not. I have no input in this at all. You know, none of us do. Right? What, like, we have nothing. We have nothing.
We Germans will know what to do with these people when the time comes. They and their faith must be destroyed. Then there are the Freemasons.
I agree, Mikey.
In Germany, we have no place for secret societies. There will be only one society, and that is the Nazi Party. There will be no secrecy about that in the new Greater Germany.
One by one, he attacked each minority and he split them off one from the other. These men were all fellow Germans when they came here today. Now they were split into rival groups, suspicious of each other, hating each other. They were being swindled, all of them. But the man who was really being fooled was Hans. He was pure German, according to Nazi standards. To him they promised everything, and he fell for it.
You who are true Aryan Germans will share the glorious destiny of our fatherland. You are the pure-blooded, the master race. It is your divine right to rule, and the Nazi Party stands ready to put...
I only know about XQC from rage videos. He'll, like, break his shit. Yeah, I mean, I've watched a shitload of XQC's, like, content. I do find him absolutely fucking hilarious a lot of the time. And he's a massive streamer. He fell the fuck off. He used to be a lot bigger. He used to be the biggest streamer on the platform. And he fell the fuck off. And why did he fall the fuck off? Because he decided money above everything. Like, his career path is so fucking insane. It's all gamba, bro. Like, he literally was like, dude, like, he took $100 million to sell his audience the most toxic, like the most brain-breaking content ever. Gamba content, like encouraging your audience to gamble, is like, that is genuinely one of the most like horrific and disgusting things you can possibly do. Especially as a gambling addict himself. It's like so silly. I don't know how, like, Kick and Stake is its own like crazy thing, because like for them it's like, I bet they did pay XQC $100 million, because you know what, he's probably gambled back like 50 million of it. Like, this guy is, if you've ever watched his gambling streams, he just sits there and like speed clicks a button that gambles $2,000 over and over and over and over again. Like, I promise you that Stake has made their money back on him tenfold. No matter what they paid him, they're making it back big time.
Put you into power.